Have you ever dropped a penny and not bothered to pick it up? Well, you might want to start bending down. Because one specific 1955 wheat penny, yes, the humble copper coin you probably haven't looked at in years, sold for over $1.1 million at auction. Let that sink in. 1 cent. A coin so common most people walk past it in the street. But this one? It wasn't just rare. It was legendary. And someone who knew exactly what to look for walked away with a check most of us will only dream about. In the next few minutes, you're going to find out why the 1955 wheat penny is one of the most valuable era coins in U.S. history, what makes it so special, and how to tell if you've got one in your own pocket, piggy bank, or a coin jar. This is not a myth. This is not some collector fantasy. This is real. Let's go back to the year 1955. Dwight D. Eisenhower was president. Disneyland was opening its gates. Rock and roll was exploding. And at the Philadelphia Mint, something incredible happened during the production of the Lincoln wheat cent. A die misalignment during the minting process created a dramatic and unmistakable double die obverse, a doubling of the image on the front of the coin so bold, even a casual glance can spot it. The words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" appear with ghost-like shadows. The date 1955 looks like it's vibrating. And just like that, one of the most famous mint errors in U.S. history was born. Known as the 1955 double-die wheat penny, this coin immediately gained legendary status. Only around 24,000 of them were released before the mint caught the error. Most entered circulation in the Boston area and were mixed in with cigarette vending machine change. Yes, you could have gotten one as change for a smoke. But here is where things get really exciting. In pristine, mint-state condition, a 1955 double-die penny is almost impossible to find. Most were circulated, used, scratched, pocketed, and forgotten. But a few, just a few, escaped untouched. And one of those, graded MS65 read by PCGS, made history when it sold for a jaw-dropping $1,125,000 at auction. That's 1 cent turned into over $1 million. Now imagine this. You've got an old drawer of pennies from your grandparents. You're sorting through them. You find one with a 1955 date. You flip it under a bright light and see something strange. The letters look doubled. The numbers seem blurry. Your heart skips a beat. That's how it starts. That's how people find them. Not in vaults or museums, but in ordinary homes. In junk drawers. In flea market bins. In forgotten coin albums. So what should you look for? Start with the obverse, the front of the coin. The doubling will be clearest in the word liberty and in the date itself. The second 5 in 1955 often shows a ghost image offset slightly to the left. This isn't a minor error. It's bold, dramatic, and easy to see with the naked eye. Next, check the coin's color and condition. Red copper pennies, those that still have their original mint luster, are worth more than dark or brown versions. And if your coin is uncirculated, meaning no scratches or wear, you could be sitting on 6 figures or more. But even circulated examples of the 1955 double die have sold for $10,000 to $50,000, depending on their condition. That's life-changing money for a coin most people never think twice about. The key is authentication. If you find a 1955 penny that looks promising, don't try to clean it. Don't list it on eBay for $100. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Their certification can make or break your payday. And here's something most people don't know, there are counterfeits out there. A lot of them. But trained graders can spot the real deal, and once certified, your coin becomes part of an elite group of historical artifacts. Collectors aren't just paying for a coin. They're paying for a piece of minting history, a numismatic accident that captured a moment in time. A moment that slipped past quality control, made it into the hands of smokers and soda drinkers, and now sits in auction rooms commanding 6 and 7 figures. This isn't just a penny. It's $1 million mistake. And right now, you might be closer to it than you think. So here's your next step. Pull out those old penny jars. Check the date. Hold every 1955 penny under the light. If the numbers look strange, if the letters appear doubled, don't ignore it. That little copper coin could be your key to early retirement. Now let's talk about what sets the 1955 double die apart from all other error coins in U.S. history: visibility. Most mint errors are subtle. You need a magnifying glass. You need training. But this one? Even a casual observer can spot the doubling. That's part of what made it so legendary, and so desirable. When word first got out in the late 1950s, collectors swarmed local banks trying to find more. Cigarette vending machines, laundromats, and even diners became hotspots as people traded quarters for rolls of pennies, hoping to stumble across this copper miracle. But here's the kicker: many people did find them. And then spent them anyway, thinking they were misprints or fake. That means dozens, maybe hundreds, were lost forever in vending machines, toll booths, or parking meters. Painful, isn't it? Today, collectors are on high alert. A confirmed 1955 double die, even in worn condition, can be worth more than your car. In mint condition? It can buy you a house. But most Americans wouldn't recognize it even if they were holding it in their hand. That's why this isn't just a coin. It's a lesson in awareness. In spotting value where others see junk. In paying attention to the details that most people miss. Even if your 1955 penny isn't the famous double die, some wheat pennies from that era still hold value. Coins with misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or even lamination cracks, errors in the metal, can sell for hundreds of dollars, especially if preserved well. And here's something else that might surprise you: some of the most valuable versions weren't pulled from circulation. They came from sealed mint sets, unopened for decades, discovered in estate sales and basements. If your grandparents collected coins in the 50s, it might be time to dust off those boxes. Collectors love coins with a story, and the 1955 double die has one of the best. A genuine accident at the Philadelphia Mint. A few hours of error. A flood of coins into public hands. And decades later? A legend in copper. But here's where it gets intense. Because some experts believe that a few uncirculated rolls of 1955 double die pennies are still out there, completely untouched. They may be sitting in an old military footlocker, a retirement home drawer, or a forgotten safety deposit box. If one of those surfaces and the coins inside are all MS-66 or better, the value could shatter existing records. That's what keeps collectors up at night. That's what drives them to flea markets, estate auctions, and coin shows. The chance that one small copper coin could change everything. And it's not just nostalgia. The coin market is booming. As investors look for safer places to park their money, rare coins are becoming high-end assets. They're stable. They're historical. And they're limited by nature. You can't just print more. That means the 1955 double die isn't just a collector's trophy. It's a hedge. An investment. A time capsule. And when a new example comes to light, especially in high-grade, bidding wars break out. Let's get deeper. The record-breaking penny that sold for $1.1 million wasn't just lucky. It was certified by PCGS as MS-65 red. That's nearly flawless. Bold strike. Deep red luster. No carbon spots. No fingerprints. Just pure, uncirculated copper brilliance. That coin didn't survive because of chance. It survived because someone, somewhere, recognized it, and preserved it for decades. Will you do the same if you find one? So how do you verify your coin? Start with natural light. Rotate the coin slowly. Check the date and the word Liberty. If you see any shadowing, any doubling, or distortion, get it checked. A basic scale and a magnifier can help, but the most powerful tool is your attention. Then, once you spot a possible match, your next move is critical. Don't clean it. Don't rub it. Don't polish it. Those surface flaws, even tiny ones, can drop the value by thousands. Handle it by the edges. Place it in a coin flip or soft pouch. and then, send it in for grading. It could take weeks to hear back, but that envelope from PCGS or NGC could contain a verdict worth hundreds of thousands, or more. And think about what that means. You started with a coin most people ignore, a piece of pocket change. And now, you might have a certified piece of U.S. history that could pay off your debts, fund your retirement, or even become a family heirloom.